is Shemaya, and I'm at San Diego Comic-Con 2018 with Ian, who plays Xander in Siren. How are you?
I am fantastic. A little sweaty, but good.
You know what? You look good, and that's beauty is pain.
It is. It is, and I'm very happy with what I'm wearing, so I'll just rock the sweat. If some of it gets on the mic, I'm sorry.
Exactly. Well, you were just in the panel and you told that crazy story. This will be just added to those crazy stories.
I have so many embarrassing stories. I have nothing but embarrassing stories, actually.
Well, can we hear one?
Oh God, how long do you have?
Until they told me to stop. So
I have to think of one. Like that was the one I was sitting on for a while, and I just.
That was a chance to plug it in front of a couple thousand people. It's fine. Yeah. Literally blew your load. So, yeah. Unfortunate words there, but you know.
It's okay. Yeah. Sometimes words are unfortunate.
Exactly. Well, speaking of unfortunate, Xander has had a crazy, you cried a lot this season. Yeah, so I'm hashtag Xander deserves better.
Hashtag Xander agrees.
So what can we expect? Because, we have Calvin. He has a rough patch there. Ben, rough patch there. How does he go into season 2?
I think he goes into season 2 reeling after everything from season 1. Because, I don't think that's something anybody could get over. Even if you delete the supernatural elements of it and, you think about somebody who's like the blue collar waking up every day and he loses his father in the middle of it's the worst experience he could possibly have. So just anybody dealing with loss and then dealing with guilt for his own actions and his own impulsivity and his own rage blindness and having to take responsibility for that, I think is just is something that is going to be an uphill battle for him and an uphill climb. And I'm excited to kind of get into it because that's subtle emotion, right? It's and that's something that we all kind of go through. We all kind of have to put on that strong face and get out there and somehow pick up the pieces of, our shattered lives and somehow keep going. And I think to be able to explore that with this character, especially after exploring grief and loss and pain and emotion, and I was very excited to explore that as a male actor as well, because I don't feel like a lot of men get the opportunity to really dive into our emotions. And I feel like a lot of times when we see that on film, it's all about holding back your emotion, and we talk about oh my God, he was feeling so much. It's because you didn't see it. That's why it was so good. And I was but how many times when you're really feeling something, outside of you doing it in public, you go home and you still cry, so it was so liberating to be able to just represent that as a man and as a very masculine character and a very guys character and a fisherman, to be able to also have a character that is in touch with and not ashamed of his emotional life. So to explore that in subtle ways and in strong ways going forward, I'm excited about.
Yeah, especially coming from a character that was supposed to be portly Thor. Yeah. You think you wouldn't see any emotion or anything like that. Yeah, but also, how did that casting go along? Because when I think of Thor, I think of, blonde hair, blue eyes. Mm-hmm. How did that go? How did they end up, because I know you auditioned, we heard your audition story, but how did that go with you shaping the character so that it's not a blonde hair, blue eyed, it's you?
I think it's actually really interesting because Emily just told me that I was the first person that came in and read for that role, specifically in LA. So it was I think it was nice to be able to kind of set that tone and surprise them and give them something that was it's again, it's all about emotional truth. It's all about doing something honest, and the face of that, it's really inconsequential, again, all of us are human and all of us have an emotional life and all of us want to be loved and all of us want success and all of us want to be able to care for their families and care for the children, care for their parents. And I think that those basic needs, they have no color and they have no nation of origin, they have no gender, that's just very human. So I think I give credit to the network and to our producers and showrunner and directors for being able to recognize that and being able to just delete this idea that physically outside has to represent what's inside, and to give all of us that freedom, and then also make the show not about that. That's what I love as well. It's the show, yes, we are a very diverse show. Yes, we have lots of representation and lots of perspectives, and that's amazing, and I totally support it. But it also works within our narrative, and it also works within our story, and it doesn't take away from the story, and it doesn't put a big old magnifying glass look, see how many blacks we have, it's it's not like that. It's just everybody just feels like we exist in the world and we exist within these circumstances and we react how humans react, and that's it. And I love it.
That's perfect. Well said. Yeah. And last question, because we do have to wrap it up, bringing it back a little bit. We are Talk Nerdy with us. So what's something that you've been nerding out about lately?
Oh my God, what have I? I feel like I nerd out every day, all day, every day. And luckily I get to go to work and nerd out on the Mermaid Show. Yeah. So that's amazing. But right now, actually, I'm actually nerding out about video games. I'm a huge gamer. I love video games. I just played Mass Effect Andromeda, and I just wasted like a week and a half of my life playing that. But right now, actually, I'm excited. A friend of mine is Peter Parker in the new Spider-Man game, and they're here. So I'm like nerding out about some games that are coming out. So that and Tomb Raider. And what else am I nerding about? Oh my God. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh, okay.
All of that stuff. So that's just like my super, it's just geeky, high level, professional nerd. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Course,
yes,
anytime.
hope to see you again sometime
I'm sure
soon.
we will
Yes.
at this point.
Yeah,
And now
exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah.